Hey, this is me building and strategizing my 400k per year profit solo consulting business right in front of your eyes. And what you're watching right here is a daily video series that always follows the exact same structure. I always start out by answering your questions. This means that if you have any question whatsoever, you can ask it down below in the comment section, and then I'll answer your question in tomorrow's video. It allows me to bring you a lot of value right away in these videos, and which is the whole point of creating content online, right? Then I'll run you through business stats just to give you a very transparent look into my business, behind the scenes, growth of my social channels, revenue, cash, and cost of running my business, so that you can hopefully learn how I manage my financials and also the day-to-day growth that hopefully compounds over time, right? Then I'll run you through my to-do list. So I'll just tell you what I did today and what I'll be doing tomorrow in order to move the needle. And then last but not least, some live strategy on how I'm planning to get to my personal goal of making $1 million a year in profit. So I've already taken 2 of my own coaching businesses, consulting businesses, whatever you want to call them, to more than 100 grand per month. But this time I'm doing it a little bit differently, with more focus on profit and fewer and better clients. So yeah, it's exciting that you're following along here on the Daily Updates channel. And this is the Daily Updates channel that you're watching. So what I always do is that I find a comment in here in my comment section that I haven't interacted with. So for example, this comment right here from Miguel. Let me zoom in so that you can actually read it. There we go. And Miguel says, thank you so much for the clarity. Of course, man. And keeping in mind what you said, do you have any advice on outreach in general? So for outreach, if you're starting out, you wanna, in my opinion, you wanna find the balance between volume, so like X amount of people that you reach out to, and also quality. Because the one message you send, you can never unsend that. That will always be the first impression you make, so make sure that it is personal and valuable. That is the main things. And then just keep up the volume so that you're also playing the volume game of reaching out to a lot of people. Because sometimes it's also about luck and finding the people that is in need of your service. I'm building a possible client sheet, and it's been very hard to find good people. I'm focusing on coaches and consultants, but on Instagram there are few. I also tried YouTube and the same thing. Do you have any advice for outreach in general? Finding leads. When I send DMs, I lead with value. Yes. So leading with value, bro, is showing them a better future for their business, so highlighting things that could be better and things that they can achieve, or mentioning things that they're doing where they are missing out, so problems, bottlenecks in their business. The hard part here is that you only have the surface level of their business to make decisions from, but that's just the name of the game. To find leads, bro, you can find a good coach on Instagram, go to suggested accounts, and then it'll open up a bunch of accounts. You can also hire someone on Fiverr or Upwork and pay them for X amount of leads. But I would mainly do the suggested account thing. Yeah, that's what I would do if I were you, bro. Or just like Google search. It's a headache finding leads. Obviously it is, but there is a lot of leads out there. For the first client, should I do it for free? No. You should always look at the individual client, and then you should be like, of course, it's not charity. You should never work for free, and also free work holds no value, because if it can be done for free, then it holds no value, right? And it must be easy. So what you want to do is that you always want to work on performance. So of course, start by pitching your retainer or setup fee. And if client says, no, Miguel, I'm not going to work with you, man, you don't have any cases, then you'll say, okay, cool, I'll cut off the risk involvement from your end, which is the retainer or setup fee. And you're going to work on performance only. That's how confident you are in the fact that you can help this person in front of you. So of course, still, bro, have some value towards yourself so that you don't do any charity work. But then instead of doing free work, always do performance-based work. For the payment processor, I know you use WAP, but you said in other videos that you have a partnership, so I don't know if that comes with certain benefits. What would you recommend? I actually don't get any benefits from WAP. Now I've processed multiple 6 figures on the platform, so I've just had my fees lowered a little bit. But other than that, I decided to not go with like any beneficial for me, and then I have just a deal with them that the clients that I work with, if my clients are doing a certain amount of money per month, they will get access to the same guide that I have access to, so that they get better support. But I believe that WAP has a pretty good support system already. So yeah, and again, this is not me recommending, this is just me saying what I'm doing, and I don't have a deal with them. You also said to tailor my package around the client's bottlenecks. Yeah, they're pain points, bottlenecks, whatever you want to call it. But doesn't that defeat the whole purpose of an offer statement? I help coaches and consultants book more calls to free up your time. But wait, if you need sales team, also have, you know what I mean. Yeah, bro, I think the most important thing, right, is that you communicate something front end so that people know, like, hey, this is what the guy is doing, right? For example, me, it's like, I help coaches, consultants, and agency owners make more money from their current knowledge and offer stack by running a digital coffee shop, right? So it's like, that's kind of like the ground philosophy. It's that like, I help you scale your business. But there are many ways of scaling a business, right? It can be tweaking the offer, adding a sales team, removing people so that you increase profit. It can be turning on ads. It can be focusing on organic. It can be upsell or downselling current clients so that to maximize LTV. So bro, like, you just want to communicate something so people know this is what the guy is doing, and then based on the individual client you can tailor it for them. Of course, this is only possible if you're like me, working one-on-one with people, so that you can like have multiple different ways of helping their business. Let's say that if you sold a course and group coaching, then it was pretty productized in terms of what you do, right? So you can be flexible, bro, which is your biggest Achilles, because it's not that scalable. But at the same time, it's also incredibly important to tailor your offer to each individual client. You're overthinking it. Yeah, you probably are a little bit. It's a good question, bro, but you're probably overthinking it. But yeah, bro, just get to work, as you said. Get to work as fast as possible, because that's the best possible data that you can get, right? So good luck, Miguel. Good luck, man. Then we have Max. Good to see you, bro. Hey, Fred. Haven't commented on a bit in a while, but really respect that you're still consistent every day. Thank you, brother. I've been seeing a client, Liam, and his business partner killing it lately, and I know you've been working with him for a long time. That is correct. So curious to hear, what character traits or actions do you believe are most responsible for their quick growth? Good question. So of course I cannot lay out the full game plan for how my clients are scaling, because again, it's I can tell you what I'm doing for my business and how I work with my clients, but not exactly what specific clients are doing. But it is correct that Liam and his business partner are doing very well. And it looks like they're scaling incredible fast front end, right, from their social accounts, which they also are. But I also want to like really emphasize that there is also, of course, like anything in life, there is always, when you say A, you say B. There's a consequence to every action that you make, equal and opposite reaction, as shout out Mr. Newton would say. So I think, bro, don't always get fooled front end in terms of how it looks. Obviously, Liam and Siggy are crushing it, and for me, it's very important. And even though they're scaling fast front end and really growing fast, that they deliver a good service to their clients. And from what I know, it seems like they're doing some good service work as well, which warms my heart, so that they don't burn any relationships or burn any boats. So I think, bro, if you really wanted to, you could scale incredibly fast, right? I took my previous coaching business from 0 to 100 grand a month in 8 months, right? And then after I took that business from 0 to 100k a month in 8 months from scratch, then I did the exact same thing in Germany from 0 foundation, and we did it in 4 months, right? Because it just becomes about a matter of putting so much volume into front end as possible. Right, so you don't spend 5k a month on ads. You spend 10, 15, 20k a month on ads, and you have high team cost. You don't collect everything in hand, right? And there are a lot of things that you don't see, because a lot of volume front end naturally translates to a lot of volume back end, right? So there's also some pros and cons that I want to go into. Because at the end of the day, if you just run a funnel that is very front end depending, with like, I have this offer, we deliver you this outcome, here's how we're gonna do it, here's how you're gonna pay, then it's just about filling up the sales calendar with good leads, right? And you can do that pretty quickly with a very high ad spend, but also it comes with lower profit and a shorter sales cycle, which sometimes can deliver some bad apples from some clients. But that's just how it is, right? But I would say character traits overall for quick growth is like, it's of course just speed, right? Like the boys have been really, really good at just like implementing without overthinking too much. So it's like, okay, these ads are working, let's just spend more, right? Let's create new ad creatives from the ones that were winning. Let's do that. Then they find like an organic content angle that works, and then they just like double down. So like if they do X content piece, it's like it performs, do 10 more of those in the next week or so, you know? So I think speed is incredibly important. And also just like there's a lot of work behind the scenes that I think Liam is, for example, harvesting now. The guy has been in the space for like 2.5 years, and he's been grinding every day, man, I promise you. So I think like now it's also like a time to shine season for him and his partner, where it's like they're also collecting some fruits from the hard work that they've done, which is important to keep in mind as well, so like speed and also harvesting fruits from the hard work that you've done. And then like actions, it's also like setting a clear goal, and they wanted to get to 100 grand a month, right? And then it's just about making an offer that is high ticket. So like, let's say for easy, it's like 10K. Then you need 10 sales a month, which is 2.5 sales per week, right? And then it's just about how much do we need to spend in order to get X amount of leads that turns to X amount of calls, X amount of closes to get 2.5 clients every single week. And then you just don't look at the ad account and you just spend money, right? And then you fix the acquisition problem afterwards. Not acquisition, sorry, service delivery, which they've been good at. That's the cool part in this case of having a business partner. It's like one is heavily front end, one is heavily back end, right? So yeah, bro, that's the best thing that I can give you is probably that answer, without spoiling too many things or leaking or whatever you want to call it, and respecting my clients. But like, this is just a major shout out to Liam and his partner, right? So that is it for the question. I appreciate all of the questions. Again, ask anything if you want to. And the next thing here on the to-do list is business stats, right? So what I always do is that I fill out this big sheet every single day. So let me zoom in so that you can actually see something here. There we go. So my daily updates channel is at 488. Let me see if you can see. You can. Nice. And my main YouTube channel is currently sitting on 6498. Oh. So 6498. IG is currently on 26. Go. 488. And no money made yesterday, and nothing spent either. So all good. Very good. Today has been a pretty slow day. I didn't have any calls. So it's just been working on my program. And also I'm doing a YouTube session tomorrow for all of the people in my community in terms of ideation, packaging, and then basically when you have the ideation and you have the packaging, so title, thumbnail, then how to build a killer intro, which is 60% of a YouTube video's performance once you have people clicked on it. And then basically how to structure your core delivery of the video and following up on the intro and the thumbnail. So it's like, how do you actually script a video that is 15 to 20 minutes while making sure that you get all your points across and you actually have a high video retention while speaking to your client avatar. So basically just how I script my YouTube videos, right? And I mainly do it from the way that I run my own YouTube. Not like that. I want to show you my channel here. So the way that I go,
I make 40,000
making all of my own videos. I think I'm doing an okay job here on YouTube. You can see the majority of the videos that I make are outliers, which means that I get many views compared to my channel size. This one has a lot lower views, but I've received incredible feedback for like a 70-minute video breakdown on ads and everything. So I think there are videos that drives traffic, which is more top of funnel, and then there are videos that like really break down, because this is a boring ass video, right? It's just me talking for a very long time. So yeah, we're talking YouTube tomorrow, which is gonna be a lot of fun. I have a call in 10 minutes with my own mentor, just a monthly check-in, running through some numbers and KPIs and where I'm going, which I'm looking forward to. And yeah, that's basically it for today. Then next thing is strategy. I promised you yesterday that I would run you through some of the client calls that I had yesterday, so I won't leak my calendar here and you can see all the names, but like I think it's so cool that I can have a business where I'm involved with so many different businesses throughout just one day, right? So I started off the day, I have my calendar on screen here, you can't see it, you can see the names, but I'll just run you through it, all right? So I started off the day with a client that is currently doing around 40K a month, which is pretty cool, and I'm aiming to get this client to at least 75 and 80 while basically dragging the client out of too much involvement with the clients, while still making sure that the clients that the clients serve get a really, really good experience, because that's what I did in my previous coaching business. So setting up a good team of like CSMs and making sure it runs so that the client can free up time to more longevity tasks. Then also dialing in all numbers and trackers, because right now it's a business that has an incredible strong organic foundation, but there's not really any tracking for the paid side of things, and it's impossible to scale paid without knowing the numbers. And organic is basically just like a feather in the wind, like the wind blows in terms of, are we performing well this month, or are we performing like shit? So build the foundation of numbers and trackers because a lot of people, they try to scale their clients without looking at the actual client and their time and energy. So it's like, I could scale this client, but if the client is stuck in fulfillment, the client will overwork themselves and have a bad relationship towards me and scaling, because it's like a big headache. So it's like, hey, we need to take a step back first, free up time for the client. We need numbers and everything. And when we have numbers and time, we can scale, right? Then I had a client call again, of course, with an agency transitioning into consulting in terms of building content assets, building the consulting offer, and also positioning and building their funnel. So how the market interprets their cases, and how to work with them, and then also deciding if the main communication should be done for you or done with you. So it's a very interesting case. It's an agency that has very strong cases, but like typically these agencies with very few but very strong cases makes a lot of money from few clients. Like it takes a lot of time to like really build that new leg to the business of content foundation and perceived value and their offer and all acquisition related. So that's interesting. Then I had another call with a client who's currently doing 40K a month as well, 45 probably. I'm thinking Danish numbers here. Just talking about dialing in the sales team and also LTV of the current clients. So like how you actually like monitor and track your sales team and motivate, and end of day reports, check-ins, making sure that they perform over time, and also how to make decisions based off numbers, because this client has finally tracked all their numbers for like 2 months. So like now I can just go into a sheet, and then after looking at it for 2 minutes, I can see where we're breaking. And then I have like a list of things that I know how to implement to fix the thing that is breaking. And then when you fix it, then there's another thing breaking. And that is like life of a business owner, right? Then I had a call with another client who was doing 60 grand a month, and we're pacing 100 grand. This client started with me at 20K, so it's a very good case. And it's an amazing client to work with. And what did we go through? Mainly also team. Because this client just let go of a team member. So like how to navigate losing a team member while not turning off spend and like lowering volume, because this client, they really want to move fast. So like how you cover and how you like run that structure of a team, because it's hard to lose a team member that somehow can be crucial for scale, right? And that was it. So it was a pretty good day at the office, not gonna lie. Some cool clients that I had calls with, and it's just fun how every single client that you work with is different numbers, different audience, different kind of like pricing structure, different bottlenecks, different team sizes, different goals and ambitions, and different also leaders and people. So like the people that I speak to, like in terms of their qualities and what they like to do and what they don't like to do. So it really challenges me like throughout the day, from like switching from one call with a client to like going in the mindset of another client, remembering their calls and last time that we spoke and where we're going and moving the needle. And it's amazing, man. I really get to challenge myself, and it's very fun being so involved. Like I know the setters and closers and even clients' names of the clients that I work with, right? So like I can navigate their team basically because I'm working so closely with them, and I know the clients. So yeah, that is basically it. Let me find the daily updates here. There we go. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll see each other tomorrow.